let me get these kids home. Hey guys, so finally back home. The kids were absolutely miserable in the car. Well, Ryan was, and Liam fell asleep, but once we got him home, he threw a huge tantrum because he didn't want to wake up. So gymnastics time is a little bit, throws us off a little bit in the mornings. I just discovered that I completely missed my postpartum doctor's appointment. So today I kind of wanted to go to my appointment. I thought I was around 2 and I wanted to fill you guys in, kind of like I always did in my pregnancy vlogs with my pregnancy updates. And I'd fill you in on how the doctors went. Well, finally I was gonna have my postpartum appointment and completely missed it. So I looked at my text message reminder that I got. I did get a text message reminder and I still missed my appointment. But for some reason I thought my appointment was for like 2 this afternoon, and turns out it was 9 a.m. So completely missed that. And I tried calling them to reschedule it and it just rang and rang and rang and rang. Nobody answered, so I'm gonna try and call in a few minutes and try to reschedule it for maybe early Monday. I didn't really want to have to wait the whole weekend. I kind of want to get cleared for certain things and just make sure everything's healed properly. And yeah, so I mean, I'm sure I'm fine. I'm not even bleeding anymore. If you're not into like birth, you know, birth talk, TMI, but I haven't had any bleeding or my spotting completely stopped. I've only had 1 stitch. I had like a tiny, they call it like a sideways tear. And that's the same exact little tear that I had with my other 2 babies. So I don't know why I always tear the same way, but it was only 1 stitch. So it was a quick, it should have been a quick healing. So I'm sure I'm fine. But yeah, you still want to make sure the doctor checks everything out and clears you for any activities postpartum. And you know, I'm going to try and reschedule that for next week. But I figured I'll chat with you guys on how I am postpartum in general. Since we've normally been talking about the baby, I figured I'll fill you guys in on how I'm doing a little bit. So I figured I'll chat with you guys as I'm starting to fold this massive pile of laundry behind me, because when do I not have laundry? I also stopped at Starbucks on the way home. It's a really bad habit, but I feel like I need the espresso from Starbucks that my coffee at home just does not have. Maybe I'll get an espresso machine. I know it's expensive, but it's an investment. But as a mom of 3, I think it'll be worth it. Also, if my hair looks super wet or greasy right now, it's because it is. I'm using this serum for my hair because my hair gets very dry. And it's a virgin coconut oil daily hydration finishing oil serum with coconut milk. Smooth, protect, and add shine for all hair types. This is what I'm using, but it just feels nice to actually have my hair feel really smooth and soft, because when you're blonde, especially and you're dyed blonde, it can get really dry. So anyway, as I fold, so I'm 5 weeks postpartum right now, but I have my 6-week appointment today, and of course I'm not going, I missed it, but like I said, I'm not bleeding anymore. I don't have any spotting left. That actually just ended though. The spotting did last a little bit longer. But I had a couple days of random cramping still. That's gone. I haven't had any cramping. What else? Like I said, it was a super easy recovery this time around. Even when I got home, I didn't even feel like I had a baby. Like everything physically just felt really great. Even after the traumatic afterbirth experience, if you guys want to check that out, that's in my, that'll be linked below, but my afterbirth experience, my whole labor experience. But honestly, I had no pain recovering, and that was fine. Travis and I are now going to start talking about our next step, as in preventing baby number 4, because we are finished having kids. I want to say 98% finished having kids. That 2% is just like my female motherly emotions kind of popping in here and there, like, you know, thinking, oh, maybe down the road you'll want one more. So the vasectomy idea kind of scares me. Also, my mother-in-law watches these, and my grandmother and my dad and my other great-grandmother. So if you guys are watching this, turn it off now. I'm just kidding. Oh, we're not really sure. I know when I go to my appointment, the doctor will most likely ask me about birth control, and I do not want to be on birth control. I've never liked the idea of the pill. I was on the mini pill after my daughter. While I was breastfeeding, they call it the mini pill. But I stopped taking that because the thing with the mini pill is you have to take it at the exact same time every single day. And I knew I could not count on myself doing that. So I thought it'd be, you know, easier to just not be on anything at all. And breastfeeding actually usually prevents me from getting pregnant for a long time. Before it prevents me from even getting my period. With my other two, I didn't get my period for like, I think it was like over a year with each of them, because I breastfed for 19 months with both Kylie and Liam, and the entire time I breastfed I did not have my period. I don't remember the exact time I got it back, but that obviously prevented me from getting pregnant all that time. I know you can't fully rely on that method, so don't, you know, just because you're breastfeeding, it's not birth control, but for me, it worked. But this time around, I'm just really not sure what we're gonna do. Because if I did happen to get pregnant again, I would be extremely stressed out. Extremely stressed out, especially right now, because obviously we have our hands completely full. Little man is like lounging behind me on the boppy. Yeah, are you lounging? But honestly, physically, that's kind of it for postpartum. I kind of wanted to maybe chat about how everything else is going. I know this is like what my vlogs usually are. It's just me talking about how I'm doing with life and how it's crazy. But I've honestly been really proud of myself for adjusting as well as I've been. I feel like I'm adjusting better than I thought I would. Don't get me wrong, out of this whole month that I've had him home, the baby home, I've had some really hard days where I've cried, days where my emotions are all over the place, days where my anxiety is really high, but I can say overall I felt really good. So, you know, I feel like when I was pregnant and had the other two, it was already kind of crazy getting out of the house, doing errands, and once I got the hang of that, I feel like when I had Ryan, it kind of was just, you know, not that big of a difference, even though that sounds kind of weird. But you know, like today for gymnastics, it was a shit show getting out of the house, I'm not gonna lie. And even getting out of the car, putting the baby in the carrier, getting both their shoes off, getting both the kids sent in the gym, then me following Liam around the gym. And let me add that Liam was awful today at gymnastics. He did not listen to me. He ran off from the class about 5 times, and I was embarrassed because I couldn't physically chase him because I had the baby strapped to me. Hello? Love you, bye. He didn't listen to me, he ran off, and I couldn't chase him because I had the baby strapped to me. And there was a couple times where I literally grabbed him, I was like, we're leaving. We're gonna leave right now, go to timeout. And then, you know, he promised he would do better, and then he ended up being okay. But it's just a lot, but I still feel like I can handle it. There hasn't been a time yet where I feel like I can't do this, I need help. And you know, I've been offered tons of help from my family, and there's days where I've gotten help from my family, but to be honest, I prefer kind of doing it on my own. I don't know why, but I feel like maybe I have my way of doing things, and I just kind of prefer to be doing things on my own a lot with the kids. So yeah, speaking of anxiety though, even though I do things on my own and I handle it well, that doesn't mean I'm not getting anxiety while doing it. So I have ups and downs with my anxiety. Some days I feel like I have none and I'm great, and then other days I feel very anxious and I just don't even know specifically why. And yesterday was one of those days. I was just getting the kids ready for school. Kylie goes to school, but I take all 3 of the kids out of the house, obviously, to go to school. And I just felt so anxious, like getting them ready and getting them out of the house. And even like after I dropped her off at school, like, I just couldn't shake the anxious feeling I had. And it just makes everything seem that much harder when you feel anxious. Obviously, when you have anxiety, it's already hard, but then being a mom with it is like really crazy and hard. So yeah, I still get those days, but I still feel like, you know, I still can handle everything, but just inside I'm kind of like, ooh, like this. But my kids would never know, for the most part. I hope this makes sense. If you guys can relate in any way, let me know. And also, if any of you have experienced anxiety or anything, you know, like it, postpartum anxiety or just regular anxiety, feel free to DM me or message me on Instagram, because I know what it's like and I can relate, and it's so nice to be able to talk with a friend or talk with somebody that experiences the same things, and I can be a friend. And if you want to chat about yours, I'll listen, and I can chat about mine, and we could just vent to each other. And it's always nice to have mommy friends or just girlfriends that, you know, can chat about things like that, because it's hard. It's real life stuff. I mean, it's way more common than you think it is. We all like to act like we're perfect and have everything together, but it's not always the case. Honestly, social media these days, it makes it so hard to be a mom. I was thinking about that, and I told my mom, you know, I was born in 91, and I was like, I feel like I wish I was a mom in the 90s, because even though, you know, every mom has their struggles, you're not sitting there on your phone just seeing perfect family pictures all the time. Like, families took pictures, and they took family pictures, and they might look perfect in that family picture, but it wasn't on display for 100 million other families to see. It was just for their own personal family enjoyment. So with Instagram and social media, you're constantly just looking at everyone's, they call it the highlight reel of the perfect everything, and it's like impossible to not feel like you have to compare yourself to what you see. So anyways, I'm going off on this huge rant, but I figured since I missed my appointment today and we're just gonna kind of be chilling at home now, cleaning and doing some boring things, I figured I'll chat with you guys. This guy's finally, he was starting to wake up. Look at the precious baby. Oh my goodness, I just love him. Hey, pumpkin.
I'm gonna do mommy's eyeshadow, cause like me.
That would be fun to do my makeup today, like hers. I'm eating a lean cuisine, by the way, so I'm starving all the time to my face.
I'm gonna put eyeshadow on mommy. Let's do it.
Okay.
I get some more.
Blue, very nice.
Close your eye. My eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Soft on the baby's head. I also wanted to point out that this video is in collab with Jenn Rhodes. She is a friend of mine that I met on Instagram, and she's very active on her Instagram and also her YouTube. She is a mom to an adorable little baby girl, and she's also a photographer, and I think she does a couple other jobs on the side. So she's a super hardworking mom. Make sure you go check her video out after you watch mine. We both decided it would be fun to do a day in the life of a mom video. And okay, Hulk, I see you, Hulk. And
guys, look at Liam.
It's so much fun to meet and collab with other moms on here. Make sure you go check out her channel after this, and also her Instagram. I'll link them both down below. Make sure you say hi and say you came from Katie's channel if you did, and just give her video a thumbs up. Subscribe to her if you love mommy content. Obviously, if you're here watching my videos, you probably like mommy content. And yeah, just make sure you go check her out after you finish this vlog and say hello. So the last thing kind of on my list for the day is to clean the kids' bathroom. It hasn't been like cleaned in a while, and now that Ryan is still taking his really long nap, I figured it's the perfect time to do it. So I'm just gonna clean up the floors a little bit, clean around the toilet and in the bathtub, and call it a day. And then it's almost 5 o'clock now. So pretty soon we'll be wrapping up things and getting ready for dinner and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's just get this bathroom cleaned up.
Come back to me, come back, baby. Can't hide what I feel, just want you to save me.
video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, of course. And don't forget to check out Jenn's video and Jenn's channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.